Yo, this your boy, the real McCoy, coming at you, man. Talking about one of my favorite sports, my second favorite sport, boxing, man. I haven't done a boxing video in a while, man. I believe since the Manny Pacquiao Chris Algieri fight. But I've been doing the NFL football, you know what I mean? Out of all sports franchises, out of all athletes in all the sports, my heart, man, is the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, and more than anything else, man. I love my Dallas Cowboys. We had a great year for the expectations that we had coming into the season. Great year, man. So, so most of my attention was focused on that. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I just forgot about all the other sports, but I was just, you know what I mean, my Cowboys. Hey, I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the NFL championship weekend just ended, stuff like that. But this particular video, man, we're talking about boxing, man, and the big fight in the heavyweight division that just is in Vegas. Ben Stiverne, I believe. He lost to Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder. We finally have an American that's a heavyweight champion of the world in the sport of boxing, man. It's been a while. It's been a while. I want to say 2007. I believe it was 2007. I know it was Shannon Briggs. 2007, I believe. He lost to it wasn't one of the Klitschko brothers. I think he had the WC belt, I believe, WBC heavyweight. He lost to the I think it was a Russian. I think it was like June, July, something like 2007. It was Shannon Briggs. That was the last time he had an heavyweight of the world that was American. So a lot of people say the sport of boxing is at its most glamorous and is at its best. Man, the heavyweight champion of the world is American. You know what I mean? I love boxing either way. But you look at, you know, the golden era of boxing, the 60s, 70s, things like that. You had the Muhammad Ali's, the Joe Frazier's, the George Foreman's, the Ken Norton's, the Sonny Listons, you know what I mean? And before that, the Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano, you know what I mean? Back in the day, Jack Johnson, you know what I mean? So, I mean, so you can make a case that, you know, it's at its best, you know what I mean? When the, not only in the heavyweight champion of the world is an American, you know what I mean? The Klitschko's, they've been dominating the sport. I was a fan of Lennox Lewis at heavyweight, but a lot of people didn't really like Lennox Lewis because, you know, it was British, and I know a lot of Brits, they're considered to be soft, things like that, and you know, people just didn't really, they just didn't really like him. I mean, he wasn't an American, so they just didn't really like him. Then you got the Klitschko bros, you know what I mean? People don't like them, they're just not American, things like that. So, but hey, it is what it is, man. If you don't like it, then tell somebody to beat them. You know what I mean? I don't care about a person's skin color, nationality, whatever, as long as you give me a good fight. You know, that's all I care about. You know what I mean? But I mean, so Deontay Wilder, he beat Stiverne, I can't say his name, and the fight kind of went how I expected. You know what I mean? Both of these guys haven't really fought top-notch competition, especially Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? So both of these guys, it was a step up in competition. I guess Deontay Wilder wanted to prove that he could box behind his height and his reach and, you know, his range, and behind his left jab. I mean, as soon as the bell rung, he come out, Stiverne right in his nose with the jab, and the jab won him the fight. You know what I mean? Stiverne, he didn't really let his hands go. I guess he never really consistently, he never really could get inside and go to work. You know what I mean? He had to spend so much energy to try to get in, to get inside, to get up under, or get behind, not behind, but get up under or get inside. That's where I was looking for. Of Deontay Wilder's jab, he really couldn't do it. He really couldn't do it the whole entire fight. And when he did, he had his moments. He landed a couple of good left hooks, right hooks. You know what I mean? I forgot what was the 8th round. He caught Deontay Wilder with a left hook, and he buckled him a little bit. And kind of the ropes kind of held him up, but it wasn't like he was just hurt. Well, I'm gonna jump on him, let's get it. No, it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? Stiverne, he's a knockout puncher, you know, knockout artist too. He's got knockouts too. You know, Deontay Wilder, he was what, 32-0 with 32 knockouts coming into that fight. Incredible. I don't care who you're fighting. That's incredible. 32 fights, all 32 fights by knockout within 4 rounds. incredible. So people were concerned about that. What if Stiverne take him into deep waters? Can he go 12 rounds and have the stamina to last? Can he go 12 rounds and still have and carry the punching power with him? With him, you know what I'm saying? So he didn't knock him out, but you know, I mean, once you start fighting top notch and better competition, it's tough to just, I'm gonna knock this dude out, you know what I mean? Things like that. So, I mean, but man, it was a good fight, man. He boxed, you know what I mean? He stayed on the outside, you know what I mean? Didn't really display a huge amount of power, you know what I mean? Things like that. But he did hurt Stiverne, I believe in the 7th. He caught him with a big right hand and he jumped on him. He couldn't get him out of there, you know what I mean? And Stiverne got a good chin, Couldn't get him out of there, but he held on strong, man. But now everybody's talking about, not everybody, some people saying he's not ready. Deontay Wilder and one of the Klitschko bros, I believe one is retired and doing politics back at home in their native country. But whichever one, I know the Klitschko brothers have already said they're not gonna fight, you know what I mean, which is cool, whatever, you know what I mean. But the fight I saw against Stiverne, I don't think Wilder is ready just yet. You know what I mean? I don't think he's, because, but now for Klitschko, he's finally gonna fight somebody who has the athleticism and the height and the range and the arms to match him, you know what I mean? And for Deontay Wilder, he's gonna be fighting somebody that can match him height, weight, strength. But Deontay Wilder came into the Stiverne fight weighing 219, which is, you know, pretty small, you know what I mean, for his height, you know, things like that. I can say it's small, but you know, I expect him to be at least 230 pounds, you know what I mean, for a heavyweight. But came in 219, came in, and I guess he had to drop a few pounds to have that stamina to go 12 rounds. Now that could hurt him in the Klitschko fight. I mean, losing that weight, things like that. You know, I mean, a little bit too thin may take some of your punching power away. You know, but I think him in a fight with Klitschko, it should happen. Some say it needs to happen later on this year. I say maybe one more fight. You know what I mean? If he decides to go ahead and go straight to Klitschko, hey, as an Americans, we should rally behind this guy. I mean, not say we should, you know, you don't have to, but you know what I mean, support him, rally behind him, and bring the heavyweight championship back to America. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a bigger deal as a lot of other people say, but hey, you know, America's my home country. We're able to get that belt, and let's go get it. You know what I'm saying? Stand behind him, support him, cause he gonna need it if he fights one of the Klitschko bros. Man, they're real. I mean, they have size, height, punching power to go along with boxing skill, Now, their recent opponents haven't been, well, the heavyweight division in general. It's not like the Ali in that era. It's not there. It's definitely not there. But even back then, in the golden age for the heavyweights, you still had the smaller guys. You had the Sugar Ray Robinsons in middleweight, Sugar Ray Leonards, the Thomas Hearns, you know, Thomas Hitman Hearns, Marvin Marvelous Hagler, you know what I mean, Roberto Duran, you know what I mean, and then it carried on. You know, when Mike Tyson came, you still had Roy Jones Jr., Oscar De La Hoya, Buck B-Hop, Bernard Hopkins, you know what I mean, so you still had the guys in the smaller weight classes doing their thing. Floyd Mayweather came onto the scene, you know what I mean, Manny Pacquiao, so I mean, you still have, and right now the smaller guys they're carrying the sport right now. You know what I mean? Some may not like it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't really watch boxing unless the heavyweight is a good division to watch. And Mike Tyson, the Lennox Lewis, the Vander Holyfields, the Riddick Bowles. You know what I mean? The Razor Reddick. Don't forget about Larry Holmes in the late '80s, early '90s, things like that, man. So, but I mean, a lot of people don't even pay attention until then. But Wilder could be the guy, cause he has punching power in his right hand that can end the fight at any second. At any moment in the fight, he can land a big right hand and the fight's over. No doubt. There's no doubt about that. I mean, if he was to fight Klitschko and Klitschko is dominating for 5 rounds, but he lands that one right hand, fight's over. You know, I'm not saying Klitschko got a weak chin, that Deontay Wilder has that type of punching power. I mean, he has sparred, I believe, both of the Klitschko brothers before, you know what I mean? So, I mean, sparring session can give you some type of picture, okay, what this guy can't do, what he can do, what he's capable of, things like that. But it's a matchup that, hey, as boxing fans, we want the best to fight the best. You know what I mean? If Deontay Wilder is, because if Stiverne would have beat Wilder, Stiverne is not going to beat Klitschko. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? We tried to hype up Samuel Peter, the Nigerian Nightmare. Couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Chris Arreola, he definitely couldn't do it. Adamak, God say his name, he was too small. You know what I mean? So Deontay Wilder could be the guy. I mean, if people are only interested in boxing when the heavyweight champion of the world is American, then you need to stand behind Deontay Wilder, support him, follow him, and, you know, cheer him on, because he could be the guy. He could be. It's going to be a tough task beating one of them Klitschko bros, because they bring size, height, weight, reach, you know what I mean? Punching power, skill, on top of all the other stuff, you know what I mean? They're bringing all those things to the table. You know, Deontay Wilder he hasn't fought the best competition. A bunch of no-name, I mean, for guys who don't even really know, for guys who even follow boxing, a bunch of guys that you never even heard of, you know what I mean? But he has legitimate punching power. You can't deny that. He has legitimate punching power. He showed in the Stiverne fight that he can go 12 rounds. He showed that he's got a pretty decent chin, because he got caught a couple of times. He got a solid chin. His defense is a little shaky. I personally believe physically, his lower body, he needs to get some stronger legs. You know what I mean? Like, he got a lot of chicken legs. You know what I'm saying? Need to get some stronger legs, man. And but if fighting the Klitschko, that's gonna be a tough task, man. Because Klitschko is sound. You know what I mean? A sound boxer, can fight. On top of that, good punching power, solid defense. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a tall task. But if people have been waiting for a unified American heavyweight since what? That Shannon Briggs, people didn't really follow Shannon Briggs because we all kind of figured he could lose a fight at any time. But since we maybe all got behind Iron Mike Tyson, Deontay Wilder could be that guy. He could be that guy. We're gonna have to see now. I mean, these guys, I believe Deontay Wilder's with top rank. I could be wrong. Whoever his promoter is, you gotta be clamoring for. You have to be saying, "Hey, Klitschko." I mean, that's the fight the fans want to see. You know what I mean? Is Deontay Wilder just another hyped up heavyweight who has great punching power, no defense, can't take a punch? Dan Rayfield, the boxing writer for ESPN, I really don't agree about much anything he says, but he says Klitschko brothers could blow Wilder out, or Stiverne, whoever. I kind of agree with that. Well, we'll see. Man, he showed he can box, stand behind his jab. Not Chris Arreola. Ben Stiverne he didn't know how to cut off the ring. He just followed. He didn't know how to cut off the ring. Klitschko would be a little bit better at that. So Wilder showed he can box somewhat, but if he was to fight Klitschko, he would have to take his boxing skills. I mean, you have to take it to a whole nother level. I mean, Klitschko, he's pound for pound in the top 5 for a reason. He's not gonna jab his way to victory over the Klitschko. He did it against Stiverne, you know what I mean? Pretty easily. But he's not gonna jab his way to victory against Klitschko. That's not gonna happen. Klitschko's gonna slip that, and he's gotta reach himself. You know what I mean? Wilder's defense needs to be better. There were some moments, round 8, round 9, where both the guys showed some fatigue. That was Wilder's first fight past 4 rounds. He was knocking everybody out. Knocking everybody out. 32 fights, 32 knockouts, all within 4 rounds. Knocking everybody out, you know what I mean? So, can he carry the stamina in the deep waters, in deeper championship rounds? He showed that he could. He showed a little bit signs of fatigue. You know what I mean? Klitschko's been doing that his whole entire career. Heavyweight champion of the world. Now it's time to go unified. Time to go unified, man. Go after the brothers. I mean, go after the brothers. I mean, we didn't want to see no David Haye, things like that. Go after the brothers, man. And we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Hopefully that fight happens, man. The fight everybody want to see happen. Hopefully May 2nd. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. I'm a Floyd Mayweather fan, but I'm just like every other boxing fan. I just want to see him fight Pacquiao. I mean, that's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of hearing all this fight already. You know what I mean? If you ain't fighting Pacquiao, or Pacquiao fighting Mayweather, I don't want to hear from either one of you guys. You know what I mean? Both of y'all, shut up. You know what I mean? Mayweather and Pacquiao. And I'm a Mayweather fan. If it ain't like, shut up. I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? Simple as that, man. But hopefully that fight's happen. But hopefully we hear that, hey, it would be nice, but it's too early now. He needs more time to train. Maybe have Klitschko and Wilder on the undercard, but that would probably deserve his own main event. Don't know if it'd be pay-per-view, you know what I mean? But Wilder did show that, you know, he can stand behind his jab and box for 12 rounds. He said they trained hard for 12 rounds. He said 15. He said he could have went 20. I don't know about that, but you know what I mean. He showed he can go deep in deep waters and go in the championship rounds, man. He showed he could do that. He showed he can win a fight behind his jab and not just knock a guy out. He showed he had a solid chin. His chin's a little shaky, you know. He showed he had a solid chin, you know what I mean. Things like that, but. I'm happy for him, man. We got a heavyweight champion in the world. That's an American, man. And we'll see what he can do. Can he make some noise in the heavyweight division? He definitely has knockout power like Mike Tyson. There's no doubt. You can't deny that from him. You can't deny that. There's no doubt about that. You know what I mean? So I'm happy and I'm excited for him, man. I mean, as a boxing fan, you know, I'm excited. We got a guy who got some punching power. If a lot of guys are excited because he's American, hey, be excited about that. That really doesn't bother me. It's like whatever, you know what I mean. But if he can do it, hey, support him, man. Support this guy, man. You know what I mean. But and let me know what you guys think, man. Like, subscribe, man. Leave a comment, share, check out the playlist, all that good stuff, man. And I love boxing. The football is my number one, but I love boxing, man. It's just that, you know, it's so much. Sometimes there's so much time in between great fights. You know what I mean? I wish they had like a NFL network, MLB network, NBA TV, where there's a 24/7 boxing channel, man. I wish they had that, but I know they got the Fight Game with Jim Lampley on HBO. I watched that. I've never been a Jim Lampley. No, I don't listen to Jim Lampley. But anyway, man. But it's so many. Then the Miguel Cotto Canelo Alvarez fight got canceled. Another big fight that we want to see is not gonna happen. Hopefully Mayweather Pacquiao fight happens. It's looking like it's going to. You know what I mean? Hopefully the Deontay Wilder, one of the Klitschko brothers fight, man. So I mean those fights, hey, make some. I mean, 2000, it could be a good year for boxing, 2015. You know what I mean? Especially if those fights were to happen. There are other good fighters out there as well. I mean, you got Guillermo Rigondeaux. I personally one of the best fighters out there who gets no publicity. Like nobody don't even want, and they just don't like the guy. They don't like the way he fights. I love it. I love the sweet science. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, video's getting kind of long. I want to talk about the fight, man. Big ups, man. Congratulations to Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber, man. American heavyweight champ of the world. He won the belt, things like that. Hopefully Klitschko is next. You know what I mean? If you want to get excited about boxing when the heavyweight champion is American, go support Deontay Wilder, man. He could be that guy. He could be that guy, man. He had a great game plan. He stuck behind his jab. He did what he was supposed to do. He showed he could box. He showed he can go into deep waters, things like that. And he did what he had to do. He won the fight against a solid fighter, Ben Stiverne. I mean, with serious punching power. You know what I mean? But like I said, like, subscribe, and leave a comment, share, check out the playlist, all that good stuff, and continue watching boxing. Hopefully these big fights happen, man. And this your boy, The Real McCoy, man. I'm out. Peace.